Okay, this faucet normally comes out of the wall, but since we replaced it with a nicer model, we're going to change the washers under here. 99% of the time, the only one that leaks is the hot side. But if you do one, it's best to do both. Okay. Get it off the best you can. Take your crescent wrench. Okay, you can see how even the brass part that holds the washer in there is eating away, which really means you need to get a new one of these if they're even still available. I mean, if you just need to get by, we can just replace just the washer itself. And for this, you're going to need a vise if you got one. If not, we'll try to use the handle to get that screw out of there. Yes, it is. Okay, so it's going to come right out. And there again, make sure you got something in the drain. And of course, that's all you have to replace if the stem is in good shape, which this one is not, but we just want to get by for just a little while, so we'll just replace the washer. Now also, you also have to look at the seat down in there. This one's bright and shiny, but I'm still going to show you how to replace it. So this one's in good shape. They used the good brass back then. Get you a box of washers, you just dump them in the sink or wherever to where you can find the right one, and then you want the one that fits in there kind of snug. This one is not, because part of the ring that holds the washer is rotted off. There it is. Okay, screw on there, tighten it up. Whoop. Oh man, boy, am I glad I got that rag in there. Tighten that up, get it to where it's just barely snug, and then give it about a quarter of a turn. Now this plastic ring has got to be on there, because this keeps water from leaking past the stem up here and then leaking around the faucet. Screw this on there as far as you can. Sometimes you can't get it on there all the way, but as you tighten it down, it'll tighten up. Okay, and now, okay, this seat removing tool will fit 99% of all the seats that you need to get out. Now, I know there's a couple of them, but I mean, we're going way back to the 30s that this won't work on, but normally they've been replaced since then. But if not, you're probably going to end up replacing the faucet anyway. In this case, it's square. Take a square one and fit in there. Boy, that's usually pretty tough to get out. Alright, stick that in there, turn it. They're usually pretty tough to get started. I had a little help with this one. Alright, and then of course might need some little needle nose to get it out of there. Okay, we got it out. And normally what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go purchase one of these. The big box stores may have the one you're looking for, but if you got a plumbing supply house, that's the best place to go, because they are definitely going to have what you need. And to put it back in, whoops, wrong one, square one. Slide it on there. Try to get it on there as tight as you can, because you gotta go up to it. Go up, and then just carefully spin it until you feel it fall into place. And there's not many threads on there, so, and then just keep turning it till it feels like it stops turning with a little pressure. And then once it bottoms out, just give it just a little jerk, and that's it. That's all you got to do. And it's in there. Then it's just a matter of putting the, now that you've got the seat in there, it's just a matter of putting the stem back in there. And there again, just be careful, go slow. Hand tighten it best you can. Get your crescent wrench. Wait till it bottoms out. Oh, you got to make sure. This is important. Make sure this thing's backed all the way out. In other words, should be all the way on before you tighten this down. You could damage your new washer. Okay. Anyway, keep tightening this down until you feel it bottom out with that plastic ring. Now remember, there's a plastic ring on there. Once it feels like it bottom out, just give it a little bit of a turn, and that's it. Now if you turn the water on it, at least just a little bit here, it's just a matter of getting your wrench and just giving it a little bit more snug. I mean, maybe a 64th of a turn each time until it quits dripping past here. Then it's just a matter of putting this on there, close it, put it where you want it, and then putting your screw back in there. Now if you lose the screw, use only brass screws. Don't use a steel one on any faucet part. Tighten this down. There again, wait till it bottoms out and then just kind of snug it up a little bit, and that's it. And then you're back in business. Alrighty. Well, I hope all this helps you. This is probably an old Wolverine. Not sure, it might be a Crane. Could be American Standard. No name, so I don't know. Anyway, if it's leaking from here, just take your whatever wrench you got, unscrew this nut, because below this is another one of those plastic washers. Boy, I tell you. Okay, and below this there's a rubber washer in here. I mean, excuse me, a rubber O-ring. And you just take that off, take that to your plumbing supply house, or best thing to do is just take the whole thing and get you another O-ring put on here, and then they'll give you some O-ring grease to put on there, so as this thing's being used, it won't wear out that O-ring so quickly, as this one has held up for at least 40 or 50 years. And then it's just a matter of getting this back on there and just very carefully turn it till you feel it starting. Now if it tightens up real quick, then you've cross-threaded it and you need to back up and start again. Got a little wrench that fits this, but you may only use it once in your lifetime. Okay, we got that nut tightened up, and that's back to working. Alrighty, well, we've taken care of that. Okay, now if you do a lot of this, then it's best to go down and buy whole supply of these seats. And this will fit just about every faucet that's known. There's a couple of them, like I say, that go way back that these are not going to work in, but the majority of them they will replace. And so it's really kind of nice. And it even gives you the names of them. American Standard, Seiko, Kohler, right on down the line. So a lot of times you don't even have to search. You just look at the name and get the seat that you need.